appreciate you. Thanks for your support. So I'm going to start. This is Talk and Talk, a conversation platform that we usually come to communicate in English, Spanish, French, and Italian. It's a safe place. We're here just to talk. This is not a class, it's just an immersion. So we're just going to talk here. They were discussing voting, and that's it. I won't split us in the breakout rooms because there aren't a lot of people. So I really want to ask you to be respectful, to respect the time. Don't speak too much. Be careful with that. That's so that everybody can share their point of view, and be really respectful, because this is it shouldn't be a polemic topic, but sometimes it turns into, so let's try to be respectful too. Okay, as usual, we're gonna introduce ourselves, and you can also talk a little bit about you and answer the first one. How important is it for you to vote? Wanda, can you start?
Yeah, I'm Wanda. I'm from Niterói, Rio de Janeiro, and I have a cat in my legs. It is so boring, but it's impossible to give up for him. And we start to answer.
Yeah, you can answer the first one. Yes.
Yeah. For me, it's so important to vote, to explain my opinion about the many questions. It's not only about the politics. Here in my country, we vote about many things like animals, and it's interesting point, and I think participating is a kind of stay in a civilization. It's good.
I agree with you. Very good. Hello, Tamara. Hello, admin. Hi, it's Johnny. Okay, hi, Johnny. Somebody joined. Was it you who joined to help me?
Yeah, I just today's holiday, and I can participate this time today.
No,
it's a pleasure.
It's okay. It's really good to have you here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, Tamara. Are you there? Is everything okay?
Yes.
Yeah, very good. Let's introduce let's keep introducing and answer the first question. Tamara, can you do it? Who are you? How important is it for you to vote?
So my name is Tamara. I'm living in Arara, São Paulo, with my husband, my cat, and my dog. I don't have children. I'm inside sales and the customer success. I am 33 years old. Let me see. I think it's very important to vote, but in Brazil, maybe sometimes we don't see people going to vote because they do want to, I guess. Unfortunately, many go to vote because, I don't know, they are forced to. Maybe sometimes I feel, the people feel something like that.
I got you, because it's like an obligation and you have to do.
Yes.
Okay. I got you. I think this is a good point. I don't have a question about it, but I will add it here. Thank you so much. Ricardo, and you?
Well, my name is Ricardo. I live at São Vicente, south coast from São Paulo. I'm married. I have a daughter, and I love movies and talk with friends and the others. Well, I think is that's weird, né? Because a democracy doesn't create a democracy could be create a democratic laws, né? And obligate the people to vote is not so I don't know, but I think sometimes it's weird. I think you have this right voting. That's is a conquest. I think is, I'm not sure exactly the name, but because you could think on the past, a lot of death occurs because this word democracy. So I think the politics is a essential of your lives, is necessary. Sometimes it's boring, I agree, but the opposite of politics is war. I think is necessary, is so much important. That's it.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, I think it's important, just like you guys were saying, Tamara and Banda, and you, it's really important to have the right to vote, right? So that's what I think. Let's hear from Leo. And you, Leo, introduce yourself. How important is voting for you?
Hi guys, good morning. My name is Leonardo. I am 25 years old, fiancé. I am from Mato Grosso do Sul, and I have lived in Recife for 5 months. I am BA in economics and master's degree in economics. I do. The politics for me, it's no, politics no vote, all right? It's very important, just like for Wanda and our friend was talking, Ricardo, and we're saying, I get used to think the politics, the vote guarantee open access a politics, all right? You can be represented for parliamentaries, what your necessary, what's your emergency, why not, can be as society can be realized in achievement, realizada, and this the form will, to do this and through of the vote. So
Very good.
very important.
Yes, thank you so much. I loved it. Totally agree. Go ahead with, let's keep going with Joni, and you can introduce yourself and talk about the importance of voting for you.
For sure. Hey everyone, good morning. So yeah, I'm Johnny. I'm 26. I'm Christian, and I'm from Osasco, São Paulo. My major is in electrical engineering. I graduated at USP, University of São Paulo. Nowadays, I work with electricity market. And yeah, the question number one. First of all, I think this subject is very important, especially for us in Brazil. We have a election like next month, and yeah, I think the vote is very important. And unfortunately, I think we are not educated at an elementary school or during the school about the politics, because nowadays you have only, when you think about this topic, is like politics and vote. Some people already create a barrier, a block, and so it is very important because, like, authority, like, for example, have some issues as I don't know, people need to food, a lot of stuff. ONGs and OMG and others, people can help a small people, but when you have a authority through the public government, you can impact a lot of millions and more than only individual, you know. So I think we need to be responsible and with our votes, you know, and not only my votes doesn't matter, no, really matter, you know, and I think it can be the difference. So that's it. Congrats for the subject, Bruna.
No, it's sort of okay. And it's interesting because every time we think of voting, we always think of elections, right? But like we can vote for a lot of things at work, at schools, you know, like there are a lot of moments we are voting or we are sharing our opinions or deciding stuff. So I totally agree with you all guys that voting is really, really important. Well, I want to talk to you about the third question, about the values you are hoping to promote and protect through your vote. So what is important for you when you are voting for something? You can talk about the elections or about a different topic at work. I don't know if you are voting for something there, but when you are voting, what is important for you? Like, what do you look for when you're voting for someone? Do you want to start, Leo?
Yes,
Go ahead.
I am rich to defend in my vote candidates which come to promote equality of opportunity. All right. Have a compromise to fight against poverty, extreme misery. Brazil nowadays is a country very poor in using these words because currently we have been seeing the extreme poverty increasing. All right, and how could I say, have promoting sanitary politics, just like saneamento básico, right? That is a date which that talks the Brazil have a more the 50% doesn't access to basic sanitary, right? It's
yes.
There are many, and this is have a direct impact on your health, all right? Which quanto mais poverty and low of income, more this absence, these things impacting your life, right?
Yes.
So I reach to voting candidates conscious, like the conscious with this, all right?
Okay,
these defend the democracy is very important, and is not be wouldn't be extreme, just like side. All right.
Yeah, very good. These are really important. These are really important values. I totally go with you. I was thinking of education too. Maybe someone who is worried about it and investing in it, and I don't know, like valuing like public schools and public universities and valuing science. I think these are values I'm also trying to protect through my vote. And I will go totally with you, Leo, about starvation and like people who doesn't have access to the basics, right? I think this is really, really important. Wanda and you.
Yeah, I can't agree more than Leonard said, but I'm a little bit disappointed with the vote for politicians, because they have strategy for get our vote, and when they come to the power, they give up of this. I don't like politicians. I think all politicians is lie. For me, I agree with Leonardo, but I think this is a dream. People is not good. And when people come to the politician way, I think, why? For power, like the video said, for influence, or for help other people.
Yes, it's sad, but because there are a lot of people who are just going into politics just to profit,
Yeah,
to get visibility, right? To get money.
yeah, power, influence,
Power,
and money.
influence, money. Yeah,
Money is
that's right.
power.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you so much. Tara, and you share with us.
I guess I protect my vote when I saw, for example, about our politics and your plan of government. I remember the last week, for example, I saw a advertisement. It's about a nurse, and I don't remember it's about which position about on this, but this she said, I took the first COVID-19 vaccine in Brazil. Vote for me. And oh my gosh, and you're playing off government.
Yes. This is really important. We are on YouTube, like everybody's listening to us, or there will be at least someone watching us. Please read the plan the governors have, right? Like what are they going to do, or what are they planning to do? This is really, really important. And I think sometimes we don't value that much, we undervalue these plans, like we don't read, we just watch debates or we just watch stuff, but like we don't read what the plans are, right? So I agree with you. Very good. Ricardo, go ahead. What about you? What are the values?
Sometime to sing, we are living in a 29th century, right? And need to conscious the people what importance of the vaccine, right?
Yes.
It doesn't matter. There are many people empenhada and disseminate fake news and terrorists about the importance of vaccine.
Yes.
Why, I don't know, but seem to be relative to a interested, private interest, and just like money. Wanda passei.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Leo. Ricardo, what values are you hoping to promote and protect through your vote?
Sometimes I remember this class is transmitted to YouTube, and oh, could you be create haters on the on YouTube? Uh, I think is there are this kind of uh, uh, in our world, every place, politicians is not so enjoyable job, I think. So, particularly in Brazil, I think is a little weird, in my opinion, because yeah, for example, if you made a research on our country and they ask you, oh, guy, please, could you tell me uh, how about your people? Brazilian as a good people. Oh, Brazilian is the best people of the world. That's an honest people. That's a great people. But if you made another research, how about your politicians? Oh, your politicians is the worst. I think is the best, the worst behavior of the world. I don't know, dishonesty and something like that. But at the same time, you fought regarding this situation. They think, oh, our politicians came from Iceland or Switzerland or maybe France. No, it's Brazilians. No? So that's weird. No? I think is my point is the most of people, most of Brazilian is not honest people, unfortunately. So when the guy became a politician, is the same guy, is the same essence. I think is so. So if you a guy were a thief, when they become a politician, is the thief too. Is the political uh, fantasy, customer. When the guy dresses with the customer politician, is in turn a honest man. It's the same guy. So I think it's important.
Just to point something, I don't think this is just here, this also happens in other countries, like politicians who does this stuff. So I don't know if I agree with you that we usually judge a lot, right? Like politicians and like people, it's like, oh, Brazilians are nice and everything, but we also have these issues in other countries. So
I think humanity is the same.
yes,
It's the same all the world. It's not from Brazil. It's for humanity. You are like that.
Yeah.
You are like that. Politicians, if you talk with a Englishman or English people or USA or another kind of country, all the countries said politicians is not confiable. It's not
reliable are not reliable.
reliable. Politician is not reliable. All the countries is like humanity. It's not for
Yes.
all the Brazil.
Yes. Very good. Thank you so much, Wanda. I want to hear from Johnny now. What are the values you want to promote through your vote, Johnny?
Yeah, I hope to contribute with the developer, for the better with my culture, for the people. But I think it is important to have one thing in mind. I would like to share about the about this dissolution, because sometimes you can't find anyone totally agree with the guy. I think like democracy, like for an example, if you need to make a trip and you need to choose someone to make your luggage, your baggage. You're not at home, and I think a person, I think he can make my baggage for me. As like me, I choose my mom. Mom, can you make my luggage? Okay, my mom, you make my luggage. You see, it is a representation one by one. It's totally like, and then even my mom can make my things like me. If I prepare myself, you be different. So now imagine in a democracy, if you have a representative like one for I don't know, 2,000 billion people, millions people. Of course, the guy I vote because I think the guy can make the things more than like I think it is right, but not totally the guy made. I agree with them, so like nowadays we have the I don't know how to say bipolarization. I don't know, and then
Yes.
like analogy, we have the one box with chocolates from Lacta, another from Nestle, like right and left. You can choose both. You can like both chocolates from both boxes. The people like, if you like this chocolate, so every box is yours, and if you like this box, so I think like these conflicts not help to discussion, and yeah, that's it, my point.
No, that's a great metaphor. I think it was really, really nice because at some point, I want to know from your point of view about it, guys. If we have to agree 100% with the person we are voting, or not, or just with some values. I won't call anyone. Just share. Like, do you think we need, like, if I'm voting for someone, do I need to agree with everything this person does, or like they are planning or not? Just like try to choose the best option, I think. I won't choose.
Oh, because I didn't understand clearly. You if you I think is you talk regarding if you it's possible to choose 100% security politician is or
No, it's like this. Like for you, do you think like for you to vote in a person, you need to agree with them 100%, or just to agree with some things they like
oh yeah,
they
I got it.
like
I
believe
got
and
it.
everything?
It's not. I think it's impossible. No, any guy is 100% correlated with your thoughts. No? I think it's
I
possible
agree.
to it's necessary to search the guy, the politician more associate to your uh, desires. I think is the point of view of how this politician think regarding the education, regarding the health, security, and the other things, and voting this guy. And sometimes it's necessary, particularly in Brazil, made a research if this guy don't have any problems in our country on law and some things like that. It's really, really necessary, I think. I think is the difference from Brazilians and the others population, other world, is the quantity. On the other country, some politicians still I don't know 1,000 euros, and in Brazil sometimes the guys still a billion reais, né? So that's the difference. But it's the same behavior, I think.
Ricardo,
Okay.
my son is Polícia Federal. I don't know in English, and he said for me, don't have honest major prefeitos. Don't have.
Yeah.
They get in jail. Many governors from Tocantins, from Acre, but it's a sad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I loved it, guys. Well, there is a question here about you guys. Go ahead, Leo. Go ahead.
I
Jordan.
would like to answer that question.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
With you, with Don. Recently, I have seen a Netflix documentary. It's called "Connective: The Science Behind of Everything." I don't know if you saw, but that episode and is a journalist, a scientific journalist, right? Talking about interesting subjects and exist. I discovered in the documentary a regular, a standard, a regular or standard. That is a standard form to repeat this number repetition in everything. Your declaration of text and voting exclusive. And talking about voting, that law is called a law of Benford, Lake Benford. After research, if we get to know about more. And this law talked about that number one repetition one more time that under numbers in everything, all right? And the scale is decreasing each you go to increasing the number. And in the voting, distribution of voting, that standard is a violation because in the normal, the people must be voting in a candidate who she believe, all right? But what happened? The people get used to vote in a candidate they guess who no, the guess that are win, all right? Você vota naquele que você acha que vai ganhar.
Yeah.
And this is a break, a crash in a standard of the nature.
That's
Talking
interesting.
like this.
Yeah. I will take a look at it. It seems really interesting, this show. Thank you so much for sharing, Leo. A lot of nice episodes. I liked it. Netflix usually do not show me this stuff, usually just the same subject. So I always like to get these recommendations. Guys, let's see. I want to know from you, if you are a politician nowadays, would you vote for yourself? Why or why not? Johnny, if you are a politician, would you vote for yourself?
Let me see. What is the question, Bruno?
Number 8. If you are a politician nowadays, would you vote for yourself?
Yeah. I'm sorry because I was searching a phrase from church. Then I can comment about the phrase of the democracy. But let me see if I understood correctly. If I was a politician, if I vote myself?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, it is interesting imagining me in the. I never imagined me be a public person, But yeah, for sure, I think if I'm a candidate to govern, I need to start believing myself, If not, as a hypocrisy, how I can expect the people can vote me if even me I can vote myself. So I think it don't make sense if you don't don't believe in yourself.
Point. I didn't think about it. Yeah, very good. Because I was thinking, I wouldn't vote for myself because I don't know if I would be a politician, but if out of sudden, my life changes and like gonna go there, now you are going to be a politician. I don't know. I think I'm not ready. I wouldn't be ready to handle this responsibility, I think. I don't know, but you brought a great point. If I don't believe myself, who's gonna do it? Maybe my mom,
Yeah.
Tamara, and you.
Honestly, I don't know answer the question because I never thinking about this.
Okay, so I will ask you the other one. If you are the leader of your city, let's think of the city, not the country, okay? What would you change or what law would you change? What things would you change in your city?
I guess some like that in work eraser harnesses among the residents, some conscientization, I guess, to maintain a clear and more sustainable environment. I guess things something like that.
Very good, very good. Okay, thank you so much. These are great points. Sustainability. Johnny, do you want to add something?
Yeah, yes, very, very quickly. I like this question, and one thing, I think in general, Brazilian always think the solution for everything is create a law, but doesn't matter. Our law every year increase more and more, but it's not enough. You create a law if you don't fiscalize. I don't know how to say, but if you don't see if the law it is so just a comment.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah. It's just to think of the things we would change, it doesn't need to be necessarily the law, but I think this point can be something to make you think like, okay, I want this to change, so I will consider my vote thinking of this, like thinking of this and that, like something I don't agree, so I will vote for someone who fights for these things, right? It's just to make you think a little bit. But I totally agree with you. I feel you, like, yeah, and a lot of times there isn't anybody to I forgot how to say fiscalizar. Oh gosh, yeah.
Supervise.
A lot of supervise, yeah, supervise it, so it's hard. And you, Ricardo, would you vote for yourself? What would you change?
I think is probably I will vote on myself. I think is when I look at the current scenario, I think I'm not a bad. I want a bad politician, I think. But how about the change? I think is, in my opinion, on my city and on my country, is the priority zero. Is the violence. The problem is, I think, is education is important, health is important, surely, and the education fix the problem, but it's necessary you are live to receive education, the health. So I think is a really big problem. I don't know if you, particularly in my cities, I don't know, is there are a lot of violence, young people steal things, use guns, and I think is in my opinion, if you solve this problem or just decrease the violence to the reasonable limits, maybe it's cheaper make investments in education and health and the other things too.
Okay, thank you so much. I was thinking here because at some point I think education comes before violence. Now, if you are educated, you see a future and you can go to college and like
Sure.
you can study, and then you don't see violence or like robbery as the only
Sure.
way you have. So I don't know, but
Sure.
it's
Sure, but it's necessary a long time, 10 years
yeah.
or
It
20
takes
years
time.
to
Yeah,
and
that's
now you need to decrease the violence right now, I think, because I don't know, I'm not secure regarding the situation. For example, my child stood at school 4 minutes walking, and I'm not secure if let my child go to the school. So I
It's
think
really nice
it's
what you said about the time, right? It takes time. Yeah. Vanda, what about you? Would you vote for yourself? What would you
Of
change?
course, yes. I agree totally with me. I agree totally with me. And I'm a great girl.
That's true, Vanda. You
And
are.
you vote me, Bruna?
Of course I would. Of course.
I
Yes.
win.
But like I would like to hear your plans, just to see if I agree with them, the plan of your government, just to make sure, just make sure.
Okay.
I think I would.
I share with you my plans.
Okay, thank you. Leo, what about you? Would you vote for you? Are you like Vanda and Johnny, like, yes, I would.
Yeah, I would vote for myself if I were candidate. Yes, I would vote for any candidate who stood for the things I believe in. All right. Think only I interest personal interesting. Everybody voting in yourself, but the politics, the clean poll, the word we are desejam, wish to have. This is a prejudicial, right? Think only your personal interested, interesting. I don't agree, but I like it. I did like that Ricardo was saying, because we are only gains investing in education, all right? Because in the future, the child will be in a labor market, all right, a job market, and these people more educated can be better jobs, can be a better employer to produce something more aggregate value. All right. This is improve your, in economics, we call labor productivity, produtividade do trabalho. Ciro Gomes feelings here.
Well, thank you so much. Yes, yeah, and you said something really nice. Okay, I would vote for me, but I need to think when we are politicians, we are here to not just like thinking of our points of view and our opinions, right? But society in general. It was really nice what you said. Guys, I think I'll go to the last one. We just have 8 minutes, so it's the question I added. Do you think voting should be mandatory? I'm going to start with you, Tamara. What do you think?
I guess it is not mandatory because, for example, Sometimes, unfortunately, many people go to the vote. They are forced to, and these people don't thinking about this. Something they simply go to the vote, I guess.
Yeah. Sometimes they go there not knowing who they are going to vote, right? So then
Yes.
they take these leaflets, right, and just vote in the first person. Yeah, it's so hard. I still don't know my answer, so I will skip to you. Wanda, do you think voting should be mandatory?
I think we are in a democracy. I think it's a contrasenso. Mandatory in vote. I think it's a contrasenso. I don't know in English.
It may be a contradiction. It's
Contradiction.
contradiction.
Maybe.
Yeah. Good point. Good point. I want to hear from you, Leo. What do you think? Do you agree with the girls?
What question? Sorry.
I've just added it. It's number 11. Do you think voting should be mandatory?
What meaning mandatory?
Something obligatory, something you have to do.
Obligatory voting.
Yes. Do you think
Right.
voting should be obligatory? Like that everybody must vote
Yeah,
or not? What do you think?
Contradictory and polemic question. I I would have answer, but there are some researchers, some thinkers get used to talk in primary stage of the democracy is necessary the voting be mandatory, all right? À medida we are improving evolution or political system, the society way walking way a progressive direction. The mandatory does leave don't leave the necessary, doesn't leave the necessary.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. I'm just like you. I don't have an opinion, so I will just hear what you have to what you want to share. Joni, what about you? What's your opinion?
Yeah, it's a difficult question, but I think not for everyone, you know, like not kids, not people who don't have a condition, but I think for the people, you know, who is able to vote, I think it's a great opportunity to think, you know, in this time. Okay, in Brazilian general don't thinking about this, but at least they have an opportunity to think. They are obligated to think, you know, like in Brazil, if you don't vote, the consequence, you are not in a jail, you know, only you need to pay a small tax. So
That's
I think
true.
in some situations, like for vaccine, it is not I think it mandatory because it's for us, it's for the wealth of the society, you know. It is so easy, it's not so complicated. I think I tendency to be mandatory, like in Brazil, you don't have consequences. You don't vote, you are going to jail. I think you're responsible with with democracy, with the like. As a man, I need I turn 18, I need to go to the army. You know, it is I have a responsible with my society. I think he should be.
Very good. Very good. Thank you so much. I totally agree with you. If like here, if we don't vote, we just have to pay a tax, right? So it's not that you're going to jail, right? Yeah. I couldn't agree more.
There is
Sorry, Leo, go ahead.
doesn't exist just like John was saying, contra incentive to incentive the people to voting. but without, if we left the mandatory voting today in Brazil, the democracy, the Brazilian democracy will be capturing a share of a share part of some groups, all right? Uma parcela da sociedade, the share of part of society, just like agro interesting, imobiliary interesting, the power people.
Yeah, very good, very good. We have just 2 minutes, so I think I won't continue. I think we can stop here. Well, I think we handled it. I tried to handle it the best way. I hope you have enjoyed. Not an easy subject, but I think we all made a great job. We did a good job here trying to discuss it. Thank you so much for coming and for being so nice and like respecting each other. It was really nice talking to you. You can send your feedback here in the link. And I really hope you have a great Wednesday. Enjoy your holiday. We will be here in some other meetings. So if you want to keep coming, the day is yours to be here. Okay? Since you are probably not working, you can come to our immersions. Okay. Guys, have a great day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.